Let us now take the body of this sample, this right down to 0. If I were to play this now, you wouldn't hear the attack element. So what we've done is remove the attack element. This that curves. The values change. So if you're going to use cross, this is at 0, but the 3 channels I've already summed, and we're, well, I say echo, but you'll understand what I mean. Maybe that's what you want. Right here, and it'll still be fine. So this is the most basic way of another sound. To replace an existing element, I just have to grab it. We're looking at a small portion of this sine wave now. You can see top and bottom are identical, so left and right channels are exactly the same. If I play that, you get the minus 12 dB upside down. And you'll see that when I zoom in again. Can you see here where there's a peak? The corresponding waveform on the other channel has a trough. Stereo to mono use both channels. If I preview this, you'll hear silence. There you go. That's when frequencies cannot harmonically sit together, because we really need to nudge by very, very small amounts. And the amounts that we're going to nudge by is samples. Now the reason for that is that what I'll do is I'll just press play and move, nudge to the right, and you listen to how the sound changes. You might not be impressed, but don't worry about that. We're going to address all those problems in a minute. With most kicks, you like to stay near the fundamental. And even if you don't, you want to pick the high energy value frequency spreads. And these tend to be quite high energy, because low frequencies tend to have wider bandwidths, so the amplitude will come right through as energy, as opposed to something you hear. Sounds a lot fuller. And I can take that a step further. Pick 800, which is actually quite a good frequency to pick when it comes to... And the reason we always create the extra one is because if I want to reference what's happening with the original, I do it here. This is the source file for all the sends. So let's go and switch off master parent send, and here you can hear the changes being applied to the middle and sides. And you hear those sides. We're able to ascertain what we want from the flipped sample just by doing this. So I've muted the middle, give it different qualities. Let's go to about 800. So now we have center channel information, but huge amounts of side. And that gives us the impression, in other words, I've already created those effects and split them all up. So all you have to do is play them together. Whereas on their own, but together, they sound enormous.